What's up, dudes? Welcome back to another episode of Rhomas Men's Team. Pretty simple. We are a group of guys helping each other make progress towards each other's goals. If you're new to the channel, awesome and welcome. If you want to help support the channel and join our pro team, head over to rhomasteam.com/pro, where you can contribute to us on a donation basis. We also give you access to exclusive content, mastermind groups, etc., etc. So anyway, hope you enjoy this episode, and we'll see you on the team.
Mr. Ray, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Life is good, Wes. Life is good. Big professional day for me today. You're not calling in from your home, I think.
Nope. I am in the great city of Las Vegas, Sin City. Just got back from just did a conference yesterday, and it's outstanding. I'd highly recommend conferences to people. Like if you're in a given space, in a certain industry, going to conferences and having conversations that you would never have, listening to speakers that you would never otherwise listen to or talk to. Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing if you make it happen. Like, don't just go to a conference and make it, sort of like a passive consumption activity, but rather an active output. I'm going to go also try to teach people at the conference. I'm going to try to meet people, and it's unbelievable. So anyway, man, you have something big, so share with the dudes what you got going on.
Well, no, before I do that, in my world, the art fairs are where you go to buy art, or if you have a booth, you sell it. And there are always collateral events that are conference like panel discussions. And absolutely. So it doesn't have to just be a 3-day conference. Like there, right?
Yep.
There are lots of things like, if the World Series is in your hometown, or if the Super Bowl is in your hometown, there will be different sports and media and sports medicine kind of panel discussions. Like, I don't think you have to, heck, I went to a panel discussion on Tuesday, and there were a bunch of potential clients for this.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got the professional thing on my end you were talking about is I've got a new gallery space and a new artist, and it's like the biggest show. It's like the biggest sale of my career that I have to execute, and so it's very exciting, very stressful. Everything is going according to plan, in a kind of a terrifying last minute way.
Always.
But the art is up. The artist is en route from LA. We have a PR guy who's securing some interviews. And so, but I'm not going to take my foot off the gas, because I've thought of the Denzel Washington quote. You remember when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, and
Yep.
Denzel was counseling him?
I didn't know that, but
Denzel Washington and Bradley Cooper were counseling him, like, hey, calm down. This is your big night. And Denzel said to Will Smith, the devil always comes for you when you're at your highest. Or something like that, know? So I thought of that quote, and it just reminded me that the job isn't done yet, and that I can't take my foot off the gas. I can't slack off. I can't make any unforced errors, or whatever they call it in baseball. Any flagrant fouls. So this is like a high point in my career, but executing it flawlessly, right, is the challenge. Getting to the Olympics is one thing. Performing my personal best at the Olympics is the next.
Right. So give us some context. So you are, and I'm very ignorant when it comes to our world. So you are hosting an event today or tonight?
Tonight.
Tonight.
All weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay. And this is where an artist comes into town and it's showcasing his or her artwork. Is that correct?
That's right. So it's the Muna Malik is the name of the artist. Muna. She is an LA based artist, and her work is going to be up in my gallery for 6 weeks. She's here this weekend for the more social part of it, where the wine and cheese, where people come in and look and they talk to the artist. And so that's what's happening this weekend. And so I'm doing a nighttime party tonight, and then a kids and collectors kind of like fun thing where kids can make art with the artist tomorrow afternoon. And then one-on-one visits like with curators and the artist on Sunday.
Hell yeah. And then what's the expectation of how many people will show up tonight?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter, like targeted sales to a handful of people is the goal. So it's like in a high school sense, my reputation isn't irrevocably damaged if nobody shows up or only a few show up, right? Because it's not like it's a ticketed event and that's where we make our revenue.
Yeah.
It'll be nice if it's well received just for the photographic quality on Instagram or whatever. But the number, so the paintings are $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $18,000. The number of people who come who are able to spend that money is going to be small. And the number of people who come and actually spend that much money at the Friday party might be 1 or 2.
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense. No, well, I give you a lot of credit, man. Like, I personally believe that events, like group-based events in business, are very hard to beat in most businesses. The tricky part is most people do not stick with the event planning and execution long enough to make them actually get to some sort of critical mass to where it actually becomes a growth engine for them. It's almost, I don't say it's exclusively how we run our business, because it's not. It probably runs 70% of our business. And I could tell you, morning, Troy. What's up, brother? And Jordan and Dima and guys, what's up?
I'd love to get Troy up on the pod, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
To see how that beast is doing.
Yeah.
So give him a second. He's got to take off his shirt first.
Yeah. So I can say I do struggle to think of a business where group-based events wouldn't help it, because it's just like a lot of businesses are just a function of how much attention do you have and then extracting the business sequenced from there. But I do think that most people give up before they're able to run events. Like, you look at a guy like Tony Robbins, he gets, how many tens of thousands of people, I think, right? Like 10,000 people, let's say, to some of his events. It's crazy. But you don't need much percentage-wise in business to be able to make that work. The funny thing is, business works. Like, to be successful in business, it actually only requires you to get almost 0% of people. Like, if you actually think about it, like, think about how many people there are in this world, and you're way closer to 0 than you are to 1% of that population. Yeah. So if you think about it like that, it's crazy. It's crazy easy relative, it's crazy simple, not easy. But I'm pumped for you, buddy. Event-based business planning and business execution is outstanding.
It's relatively simple, but it is a wild volume game, right? Like, in order to sell these 12 paintings, I might have to send out 12,000 emails or something like that,
Oh, absolutely.
But worth it if I can make $100,000 off it, or 50 grand or 25 grand or whatever it is on this sale.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Well, I'm pumped for you, bud. Good luck.
Thanks.
I shouldn't even say good luck. Like, just go.
Let's do it.
Period.
Let's get it.
All right, let's see if I can bring up our boy Troy here. Troy hasn't been on here in a while. Let's get some updates.
Yeah, I've been talking to him about his move to we've been messaging back and forth about his move to Ann Arbor. He got he's got 2 kind of gigs. One at a deli, one at a restaurant. The restaurant pays more because of tips and all that. There he is.
Yes.
Look at this guy, dude. Look at this Peaky
he was
Blinder.
throwing a beard. That's why he needed some time.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
I've let it all go out. I've gone full hermit mode here, which has been good and bad. Which has been very, very good in ways, getting my shit together. But also, I need more friends out here. I've learned.
Sure.
It's been fun.
Sure.
It's been fun though.
So give the dudes some updates. So Troy's one of the OGs of the Rhomas men's team, been with us since day one, and we've gone through together all of his extraordinary ups and downs journey into becoming, if you don't mind me saying, a stronger man. So what's going on, brother? Give us some updates.
All right. So yeah, I moved into an apartment in Ann Arbor in July. One of my friends had an open place, and yeah, it's dirt cheap rent for Ann Arbor. It's $567 a month. Which, if you know Ann Arbor, it's like I had a basement apartment that's now I think $700 plus a month at this point. And yeah, I started working at a deli. At first, well, I started doing DoorDash, getting my money up a little bit, and it's been real good out here, much better than the Chicago area. It's been, yeah, I make $20-$30 an hour, even without like bonus, whatever things that they give for delivery stuff. But anyway, sorry, I'm going on to specifics. But yeah, so started working at a deli eventually to get my money up, and then started serving at a restaurant, and that's been much better money with better hours, better environment. The workload is a lot less, and yeah, just working. Honestly, that's all I've been doing, man.
Hell yeah.
I did have a little bit of a party time thing where I started hanging out with my roommate's coworker. She's a 20-year-old college girl. I got a little bit tied up with that. Yeah. And also 20-year-old girls don't have emotions, so that's great. When you're when you're just like, I fall in love real easily, and I'm just like hot Asian nursing student boy. It was too easy. It was cake.
Dude, that's kryptonite, bro. Like,
yeah,
you can't,
exactly.
You're not strong enough for that. Don't beat yourself up.
It threw me off entirely. But yeah, that kind of fell apart, mainly on her volition, wanting to not hang out with me anymore, and it was for the best, honestly. And yeah, I'm enjoying myself all in all, though. I had a little boost in confidence with her. Had realized it was a distraction, and yeah, just kind of chugging along right now, doing more hours at the restaurant/bar. It's like a shitty Mexican restaurant, and yeah, it's been nice.
So, okay, so Troy, what direction you want to go here? Do you want to talk about the girl situation and girls in general? Do you want to talk about the opportunity and or obstacle you have in your way and what's going on?
I'm just thinking about the next few months I have to plan out, because my roommate's thinking of moving to Detroit, so I have to, in like sometime in the winter, early winter, so I have to figure out what the next steps are. Japan is still happening. I got an email recently. I'm going to have to start getting my papers together. I'm going back to Chicago next week, get my papers, go to a wedding and everything. Honestly, it's just I know the girl thing, it's like, oh, it was nice and everything, but I don't think I should be tied down in a relationship. It would be nice now. It would be comforting, but I don't really have like a lot of time here to devote to that kind of thing. I may go back home and when it gets too cold to like drive around on my moped, because that's my mode of transportation at the moment. I'm not going to get a car out here. That's way too expensive. That's not in the cards right now. So
moped during the winter. Oh,
he's like Batgirl. I was gonna say it's the Batmobile, but I think Batgirl rode a bike. But anyway, Wes,
awesome.
Obviously, you know, I see from the Discord that Troy's program is strong, and fitness.
I would disagree, honestly.
Okay, I'm talking to Wes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. mute his ass. So Wes, but when I heard about Troy, you know, trying to reduce his hours at the deli and get more hours at the higher paying bar, I thought that was a smart move. But I know working at a Mexican bar isn't his North Star goal. So what I wanted to bring Troy on for today is to have the broader conversation about the things we must do now in order to get to that North Star goal. which includes working a Joe job and staying solvent, obviously.
Hey dudes, sorry for the interruption here. Just wanted to let you know, if you want to join our pro team, go to romasteam.com/pro. You can help support the channel. You will also get access to exclusive content, masterminds, one-on-one sessions, etc. All right, back to the episode.
Mm-hmm. So without burning out on the Joe jobs, still having the long-term goal. So Wes, I wanted you to quiz him on that.
Yeah, and Troy, if you can, just give everybody an update on the North Star goal.
I'm going to be honest. Right now, I don't really have that right now. I've been thinking about what that would be. The thing I like about the job with serving, I think that I'm taking from it is that I like to be around people. I like to help people. I like to make something that people like. And I still I don't know where that would go. I don't want to work in the restaurant industry for the rest of my life. Definitely not. That's a horrible idea. But I still like the idea of science stuff. I've still always enjoyed that. I still periodically look into that stuff. But I haven't gotten a solidified idea. I in the back of my head months ago was bouncing around passing the GRE, taking the GRE for grad school just to get more education. I never followed through with that because I was in a deep hole of depression for a lot of this this year. It wasn't until I moved out where I had time to think about what I want to do, and that's been a thing that I've been bouncing around a lot. So
yeah.
Well, how does Japan factor in? Oh, sorry, Wes. Do you mind?
No, please.
How does Japan factor into your goals? Because obviously, I mean, it might not be North Star, but it's something that you're reaching for that's more long term, that's taking years, but that you're not quitting on, right?
Yeah.
Why Japan?
For some reason, I had this lofty fantasy of working in science stuff out there because Japan is known to be big sciencey tech place, research and development with biology, whatever stuff. I've always enjoyed that fantasy. I guess I'm a dork that watched a lot of anime, but at the same time, that's a real thing in life. And Japan has always been a fun place for me like that in my head. Do you mind
if I comment on this, bud?
Go ahead.
All right, sweet. So number one, I think it's awesome. I think my personal opinion is you should dig more into the fantasy. I think what happens a lot of times in goal setting is at some point, because the execution to reach the goal is quite tactical and sequential. So there can tend to be a skew eventually towards logic. I think I'm as logical as they come. I actually think in the North Star planning process, it shouldn't be logical in my opinion. Like we've talked about before, if people are not laughing at your goal, it's not a worthwhile goal, in my opinion. It's not a North Star goal, right? So that should be baked into fantasy. I mean, that's the inner child in us saying, I want to be the president. I want to go to the moon. I want to do all those things. Well, guess what? People accomplish those things. So they're not as fantasy or fantastical as people might think. So I think never lose that. Like Joe Rogan talks about, be the hero in your own movie. Act like you're in your own documentary. That's a fantasy type of drive. So I think don't lose that. And the only reason I would want you to dig more into it is because I hear you kind of hedging on that conversation. Oh, I had this fantasy type of thing. And it, almost like the subtext of that is I know it sounds weird or whatever, but I just thought this, Japan thing would work out and maybe I could do some science stuff. I know it's lofty. It's dude, if you were my brother, man, I'd say, cut that shit off. Say, this is what I want. This is the fantasy I want. I don't care. Don't hedge. If you're going to hedge to yourself, dude, your actions are going to be hedged, and you cannot afford to hedge your actions when you're in pursuit of your North Star. Does that make sense?
Troy, yeah. If we were in the room together with you, we'd be raining down smacks in the face on you. For every time you say maybe or could have, or I probably won't, you go, anime, fucking anime smacks.
I will say that I've been feeling, I don't know, kind of humbled and kind of down on myself because of the jobs I've been working. I feel like I've not regressed. I feel like I've had to take steps back, necessarily to get my shit together financially, emotionally, all substance wise, all that stuff. I've had to go back a few steps to be able to recover. So that's why I haven't been thinking about that stuff. But I definitely, it's good to hear that, like, yeah, you still need to focus on that, because otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't discount the fact that you moved out of your parents' house, right? Didn't you do that?
Yeah. I still.
That's gigantic, dude. That's a gigantic earthquake. No, that's not. That does help. That's gigantic.
Thanks,
like
man.
Joe Rogan doesn't live with his parents. You
Right.
know, like it's an essential step in your development, and it's never comfortable. Like getting cut off from your parents, whether they provide you with money or whether they live in your house, or you live in their house, or whether you can just go to their house and eat food anytime you want. Whatever the dynamic is, like that, cutting that umbilical cord is an essential, uncomfortable step to realizing your magnificence as a man. And you moved out, and you're not afraid to work DoorDash, busboy, bartender job, whatever. Very impressive, dude. Go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, absolutely. And just know that it is absolutely necessary, but it is not sufficient. Right? Like, and it is a huge step. Do you know how many guys get caught up in that perpetual loop of just living off of mom and dad, and literally just they don't stop making excuses? Yeah, Ray, what's up, bro? Oh, that was him. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so many dudes. So that is a prerequisite to the journey. Now, absent an actual destination, you can't have a journey. There is no journey if there's no destination. And the funny thing is, I don't think you lack a destination right now. I just think you need to make it more clear, right? It's, in my opinion, it is good as a man if you feel bad about where you are. Obviously, you have to treat it in a healthy respect. So if it goes over a certain limit and you're just like, you can't even move, that shouldn't be the case. You need to work on that. But it's like, in my opinion, you and your brain know that there's a higher level game. So of course you're going to be a little down on yourself, saying, I know that I have more in me, right? I think that's healthy, right? Like Michael Jordan was not pleased when he did not make the varsity team when he was a sophomore in high school. I think it turned out pretty well for him because he got agitated with the low rank that he was. He knew that he was at a higher rank, like that he had the capability of it, and he was at a lower rank. That's just called climbing the hierarchy. And that's honestly, bro, that's the gift we have as men. And then this can circle full back into the female situation. Like, whatever female is next, don't stop playing the hierarchy game ever. Because here's the natural reflex that we have as men. We play the hierarchy game. We try to get to the top to attract a female. On our journey there, we get the attention of an adorable or hot young female, blah, 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 whatever. And then we want to focus purely on them. We take our eye off the ball for the game, and then they become less attracted to us. Because they're like, wow, I didn't know. I thought you were like this beast of a dude, Spartan guy who wanted to go out there and just kill things. And now you're sitting here cuddling with me and watching movies. And the tricky part is, like, they support that until they don't. Do you know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, it was. Luckily with this girl, it was just a couple of weeks, and she like jumped ship quickly. She was like, our paths aren't. She talked about how our paths aren't on this. We're not intersecting at the moment. So yeah,
was she Japanese?
Taiwanese.
Okay, so then don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not a real country.
Like, how much could you learn
China,
from her?
obviously.
I know we're pro One China here. We welcome our Chinese overlords in their imminent domination of the planet. Shishu. Yeah. Dude, you like, and how old are you?
I'm 26.
Dude, I'm envious of the position you're in, bro. Like, I was so, like, you think you're lost. I was in outer space when I was your age. Outer space, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even visible with a like residential telescope. Like, you are so far ahead of me. Stick with your program. Don't lose sight of Japan.
Yeah.
And I was just reading this quote. Like, a year is made up of days, so make every day count, and a day is made up of moments, so make every moment count, or some version of that, right? And it's like the scorecard enables me to make every day count, right? There's like the score, like, and that just becomes that becomes part of my broader programming, right? Where that lets me push a little extra at work, or because the holistic man is my goal, that reminds me to make sure I do story time with Thea when I get home, or it reminds me to like put the dishes in the sink into the machine, because what we do in moments, right, defines what we do in days, defines what we do in years. So the fact that like you're out of your parents' house, you're working, you've got Japan still like on your radar. I mean, I hear you complaining about what a pussy and a bitch and a crybaby and what a piece of junk you are, but I don't see it. I just don't see it, man.
I will say, I would say I feel like I've gotten farther than I was in the beginning of the year. In regards to getting a job for the first time, like a consistent job for the first time since last year, basically. I still see those things and I try to look at them and do that, but then the inner demons in me tell me not to own the wins, but then I have to think of Wes and say, yeah, own those wins. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. 100%, man. You earn them. Mm-hmm. Right? Like nobody can take your trophies away. Even if your house burnt down and the trophies burnt away with them, like nobody can take away the fact that those trophies exist. Like you earned the trophies. The one thing I would say to you is I think you're ready for the stage of like, save your freaking money. Save as much money. That will be your oxygen, your resources to the next step. I think this is the next part of the journey for you. It's like you moved out of the parents' house, hell yeah. You moved far away from the parents, hell yeah. Right? You're starting to make your house as a man figuratively, which will eventually translate to an actual concrete house. So I would say the next step there is like you're on the path of progress in money, and then keep going down that path. And it's going to be hard, and you're going to fail at it. You're gonna try to save money, and then you're going to blow it on some chick, or you're going to blow it on whatever. Right? Like, get your ass back up and keep like you can play that game for the rest of your life, but start saving. And Ray's right. So we built the scorecard not as some like gimmicky thing. I do the scorecard. Like Ray does the scorecard. It is a guaranteed way, if you do that, to make progress daily.
To stack wins.
In that scorecard, exactly. To stack wins, to give you momentum. And then in that scorecard, there's a journaling section. It's like, dude, start to really journal. Even if it's for 2 minutes a day, bro. Start to journal about where you want to go.
I've actually been journaling a lot more, and it's kept me so much more. It's kept me sane because I haven't had many friends to hang out with. I hang out with my roommate, but she works like 9 to 5, and then on the weekends I have maybe 2 friends in the area. So it's like journaling has been the godsend and has made me really think. Made me think about like what I need to change since I've come out here, because there are things that obviously have improved just because I moved out of my parents' house, but then there's a lot of baggage that is me that I have to overcome. And journaling. I don't do the scorecard. I don't keep up with it, but I still do the things that would be on the scorecard as much as possible. So it's those kind of things absolutely help.
Do you have a vision board?
I left it at home, and I'm going to pick it up next week.
It just occurred to me that my dream gallery, the picture on my vision board, is exactly what I have, like opening tonight at 6 p.m.
Hell yeah, man!
Hell
like
yeah.
This is not for women named Karen with the Joanne Fabrics haircut that watch Oprah. The vision board manifesting is real, and it works. Thank you, Jordan.
No, absolutely. I've been missing it. Like I've been waiting to come back home for this wedding so I could get my board and everything. Because can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man. Yep. I want to see your vision board, and I want to see the Japanese military flag that was banned after World War II. You know, the sun with the red, like.
Yeah, that's genuinely, I've always thought that's the better flag.
That's the coolest fucking flag. The new one looks like a fried egg, dude. It's just like a yolk.
Boring.
No, but I want you to put that Like ideally, you would like wake up every morning and have like the suicide
The
ritual,
headband.
like yeah, put on the headband. But like it, this shit works, man. Like,
Absolutely. I mean,
and you're
my
on your way.
roommate.
Like your vision board is already working for you.
Yeah,
Like you're out of your parents' house. You're on your hero's quest already.
just
And like,
being able to visualize it is like the big thing that I've been really missing. I just live in a very blank
Yeah.
white room, and I need my board. I'm gonna put my board probably right above.
Are you on a computer right now, or are you on a phone?
I'm on my on a computer right now.
So like, I don't know about you, but like my computer, I can attach it to a printer and print off my vision board. It takes about 2 seconds, maybe 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. I'm gonna do that right now. Actually.
And you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it too, because I'm like talking shit, and I haven't even ever done it. I'm okay. So I might go offline for a second. I'm gonna print mine too. Here we go. Let's fucking go.
I completely forgot I could just do that.
Yeah, and another one, you can obviously, I mean, you know all this, like putting it up on your home screen of your phone as many times as you can see your vision board. I honestly look at my vision board or glance at it by mistake because I put it so many areas around my house, around my office. Dude, easily 300 times a day, easily.
Okay. Wow.
So it's just that constant course correction. So print it out in many different sizes, put it all over your house, put it all over your whatever, your bedroom, your car or your moped, etc. And in my opinion, your home screen on your iPhone. Like constantly remind yourself of your vision, dude, because the world is just built of non-visionary stuff for you, stuff that is irrelevant for you. So you have to put in front of your eyeballs to feel your vision every single day, 100%.
Yep. My roommates used to laugh at me because I used to put those I used to write down Joe Rogan quotes in my room back in college. But yeah, if they're laughing at it, that means there must be something to it then.
Yep.
Do you have, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you have a copy of your vision board on your computer?
I think I do. I'm pulling it up on Drive.
I want to know.
Now.
I want to know what's in it. I want you to describe what's in it, because I wouldn't be surprised if you're on your way. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if you're already realizing some of those things.
Oh God, where is it? I have not been on this forever. Come on.
And while you're finding that, Troy, I had a coach tell me to do the horizon test every once in a while. So in pursuit of our goals, we tend to set higher goals. Like once we reach something, then we tend to set the next thing higher. So the horizon is kind of tricky because it moves, for every step you take towards it, it moves the equal step away from you. It's just the horizon never stops. So the only real way of telling your progress is to stop and actually turn around and look at the progress. It sounds so simple, but it's so profound. I do it probably once a week or twice a week. So you might want to try that as well. Look from where you've come, not always towards where you want to go. All right, let's have it.
Looking at it right now. How can I share it on the screen or no?
Oh, I don't know.
I can. Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Can you see it?
Nice, Ray. Yes.
All right. So this is what I made in the beginning of the year. So it's basically from top right. It was going to be move to Japan and work in gardens. Could not really do that because Japan did not work out. And I moved out of my family's house, so garden stuff, I did a little bit of it, but I planted some stuff, so I feel good about that. And the roses turned out well. For my cousin's wedding, I'm getting them Adidas tracksuits. That's what those two people are in the tracksuits. So I was going to visit my friend in San Francisco. It ended up not happening to see her, but I did go to San Francisco actually. I drove across. I don't know if I mentioned this. I drove across the country with one of my friends to San Francisco to drop off this woman's car. That was a family friend, and it was a journey and a half. The car broke down in Wyoming. Had to get a rental car. It was and we had to do 19
you
hours in
figured it
class. Like, yep, we made it. We somehow made it, and it was one of the craziest journeys I ever went on. Actually, that was so much fun. So yeah, I went to San Francisco.
Like just an analogy for your life, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like set the destination. You don't know how you're going to get there. You don't know if the vehicle is going to be sufficient. Oh shit, the vehicle broke down, but you figured it out. You're strong enough to figure it out. Same thing on your journey now.
Absolutely. San Francisco happened. And I'm looking at this. I was going to host dinner parties in Japan. Did not do that in Japan, but my roommate and I have hosted several dinner parties. So that is completely knocked off the goals list, actually. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Friend meditation.
Pretty wild, right?
Yeah, man. I'm looking at it now. I haven't looked at this in a while because I haven't been here. I haven't seen it in a couple months. Friend meditation. I was going to do meditation stuff with friends. I kind of work out, meditate with my roommate, do that with one other friend here. I meditate more. That's that one single person. 90 days sober. That is the elephant in the room for me.
Okay.
I still smoke. I drink, not as much as I did when I was back at home. Surprisingly, while working at a bar, I don't do it as much, but I still do that stuff. I'm gonna do sober October. I've been bouncing around in my head. I'm just gonna do sober October. Just that's motivating enough for me to do that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, dude, we're not asking you what are you going to commit to. We're asking you to look at your vision board and tell us what you've accomplished so far. So keep going.
Sorry about that.
Because I think you're done.
No,
So
I'm done with.
What other categories are there?
Okay, so bottom, get jacked as shit like Wolverine and that anime character.
Dude, I've seen these videos you've posted, man. You're a savage. Holy, look at this.
Not working out as much, but
dude, you look like
I'm a little bloated. I'm eating a little bit bad lately, but
dude, you're bloated. You obviously don't know the definition of the word. Dude, he's a gorilla.
Yeah.
Wes.
Animal. Absolutely.
Dude, give me more. Give me more. Give me more.
Muscle mass has been good, but
dude, you're
Ray wants to know if you have an OnlyFans account.
Dude.
Bro, every day I wonder why I don't do that.
Dude, I'm gonna yeah. Pardon me while I go spank the monkey.
I was gonna grow mushrooms. I grew like edible mushrooms, and I grew psychedelic mushrooms. Didn't get around to doing my shiitake mushrooms.
But you grew mushrooms.
I grew mushrooms. That was fun. Soy sauce. I was going to make soy sauce. Haven't made that yet. Dancing. Barely doing that. Yeah, I do like to just dance by myself. I have been doing karaoke though. Karaoke, I did that once, twice, and then I'm going to start singing. I like it. It's fun to do something that's out of my comfort zone. That was nerve-wracking to do it the first time in like a damn near empty bar. It didn't fucking matter, and I was still freaking out.
Love it.
But it was great. Fucking read more. Haven't really read a lot. I've been skimming some books. Been listening to audiobooks more though. That's been the good thing about the deli. I have gone through damn near the entire Dune series. That's been fun. I'm gloving. I want to glove more, so I bought gloves, bought batteries. Do it every so often.
So a dumb older male. What is gloving?
Oh God, grandpa. No, it's you know at raves how people have like lights on their fingertips. Yeah, it's like
all this stuff.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like stuff that.
Hell yeah.
I'm a child. I'm still a child. I love that kind of stuff.
Man. Hell yeah.
Want to focus more on like health and wellness. It's taken a little bit of a backseat when I have to work more, but I still try to take care of myself a little bit. My body's in less pain and I'm more relaxed. I'm not freaking out all the time internally, so that's nice. I was going to take the JLPT, which is a Japanese language proficiency test. Didn't get around to signing up for that. I'd have to study a shit ton to be able to pass the last level. It's like a full year of studying, and I just didn't get around to that. That would be another year task. And then money goals, just save up money. And I'm not saving everything yet. I've been saving a tiny bit more to not be completely broke all the time. But yeah, I'm just paying off debt right now, paying off credit card debt. I'm able to make rent. I'm glad with that. And I could not feel like I'm going to drown if I have to spend $50. So life is better there. Life is better there. So yeah, that's my vision board.
Hell yeah. Awesome job, dude. No, really, like really awesome job. Do you mind if I comment on a couple things?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think if you have a goal of dance, you have a goal of not drinking as much. I think if you pair those together, it's phenomenal. Like literally that when I stopped drinking is when I started dancing more, like actually going to dance classes and so on, because you'll realize that one of the reasons that you're drinking most likely is to be social, to find girls, etc. Dancing covers all of that in a healthy way, right? So it's very hard, in my opinion, to get off of substances if you don't replace it with something else that is more fun than the substance, right? That's in my personal opinion. I'm not an expert on this at all. Ray can definitely lend, can shine some light on some of that stuff.
Yeah, you got to replace it with something.
I will say that with the drinking, it's especially I have actually learned to myself that's not something I can do and be social unless I'm with very, very trusted people. And even then I gain massive anxiety the next day. It's like, did I say something fucked up? Did I do something?
That means it's working.
So I mean, some people would not say it's healthiest. I would prefer to just drink in my apartment. Maybe my roommate's there, but I have like 2-3 drinks at the end of the night after everything is done. Like it's not for sociability. It's just for the feeling at this point, I think. And yeah, filling that with something else would be definitely good, but I think it's not a social aspect for me as much now. It's not a social.
Well, same thing. So just replace it with something that makes you feel good.
And
that doesn't have the consequences.
I'll say Ryan. What's up, Ryan? Cabra. I don't know how often Ryan checks in on this, but the boys will tell you I use the term activity-based quality time practically every session. And that would be my recommendation for you in order to build a community and just fill your time. Now, my time is short because it is, like I said, it's one of the busiest days of the year for me. But hold on, let me share camera, share screen. How do you do that?
Go to your thing, and then it should say screen. Give you the ability to share screens. I'm going to turn mine off.
Okay.
1 second.
All right. You know what? I'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Get a projector out.
So first of all, if you're feeling bummed, or I need you to look at that thing on a daily basis. Because if you're feeling bummed and adrift, you just look at that. It reminds you of your goals, and it also reminds you how far you've come in accomplishing them. Like Wes, weren't there a bunch of categories where it was like mission accomplished already?
Oh yeah, and the goals that were not accomplished, I would say you are still on the journey for those. It's not that I didn't get the Japan goal. It's like, no, you are in progress. You are en route to the Japan goal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I've shown you my vision board before, right? In order to have this life, I need to sell art to these people, get 8 hours sleep, meditate daily, eat healthy, keep my expenses low, have a banging bod, have a banging gallery practice, reach out to people by email, reach out to people on phone, follow Wes's lead. Plus Sandler sales training, go to my church, play music, be a good husband and a good father. Now you look at this gallery, okay? And you tell me if that doesn't look pretty damn good.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Good shit, man. Oh my God.
It's wild how it works. It's like I fought it for years, and it's like what Ray's showing you is exactly right. You put it on the vision board and you stay, as long as you stay loosely even focused on it, you'll accomplish it.
I'm surprised how much actually I had done on that at all. I didn't think about it at all, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And and making the vision board is one thing, but its powers are diminished if you don't look at it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to print this thing out.
Same, dude. I'm printing this out. I'm putting it on the wall in my gallery.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, dude, in the interest of progress for Ray and for Troy, great job, man. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Please keep checking in with the dudes. Keep leading by example, dude.
Yeah, dude. What a beast.
Outstanding. You're motivating me, or you're motivating everybody else. Like, great job on
Thank you,
bringing
dude.
both of your visions to life. So, Ray,
Awesome.
go kill it, man. Give us an update when it's all done.
Yes, sir. And Troy, keep crushing, man. You are.
Thank you, man.
You're
Thank you.
on the hero's quest. You're in the Badlands. You're navigating the Badlands, man. You are on that hero's quest, and you're well able for it. So go kick some fucking ass. All right.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, dudes. Have a great weekend.
You too, man. Have a good one.